For the introduction, divorce in Islam. Divorce in Islam means the collapse of the marriage relationship and the severing of the relationship between husband and wife due to reasons. Divorce is a lawful thing which is halal, but it is the thing that Allah hates the most, which is stated in the hadith. There is no halal thing that Allah hates other than divorce. Next, the bad impact. The bad impact from divorce. Divorce involves the silaturahim between two families, and usually it will give impact on the children. Last but not least, since divorce is God hated the most and it brings negative effects, thus it was the responsibility of everyone to avoid it, by aware on things that can reduce the harmony of the household and have knowledge on how to deal if we got a spouse with negative attitude. Hence, this video will be focused on how not to speak with hot-tempered husband or wife.
Syahra binti Muhammad Azam, and my metric number is 2010126. So in this topic, I will be presenting on the main issue. The first point is that you have to know when to step aside. Usually, until people who are hot-tempered express their anger in any given circumstances, they seem not to care about anything else. Perhaps one of the ways to avoid troubles when having an issue with someone is temporary is to step aside, not only for safety but also to prevent the issue from getting big. In quote, marriage requires a lot of wisdom, tact and discipline, and you must know the kind of person you are living with. The next point is don't kill your feelings. To some, taking a walk during an issue could mean that they are killing their feelings all in the name of peace. In quote, if you kill your own feelings, you might go into depression, so we are not telling people to kill their feelings for the sake of their partner. What we are saying is that they should embrace another approach to solving the problem, and that is by talking about it when things are calm. It might not even be that day, and they might not admit that they were wrong, but you have to say what is on your mind. The third point is to know that your silence is not a weakness. One other reason people tend to engage hot-tempered person, especially if it has become a habit, is that they do not want to be seen as weak. There are situations that when you keep quiet, it makes the other person feel small. If the person is mature, you are talking and the other person is not saying anything indirectly, then the person is telling you that you are acting like a baby with the way you are throwing tantrums. Except if the person is not knowledgeable, if the person is favorably disposed to learning, they would begin to work at it to get better. So silence is not a weakness. That is all from me. Moving on to the next presenter.
The key points. So first, we must recognize the triggers. Find out what each other's temperaments are in the first step. Make it a point to express your emotions to one another in the most respectful and non-judgmental manner as possible. You can cope with different anger issues more successfully once you both are aware of what sets them off, because it is well known that opposites attract each other. So make sure that you both have a healthy balance and are aware of each other's pet peeves. And the next one is we must dig into some patience. Additionally, you will need to draw from your store of patience in order to cope with an irritable partner properly. You might not always agree with your spouse's temper tantrums over insignificant problems. You can be left wondering why you have erred in light of this. Having the patience to deal with your partner gently is the.
So now I continue to the effects of being hot-tempered in marriage. So being hot-tempered in marriage, when the spouses become angry, is an emotion which is felt when we lose our ability to control the underlying emotions. Therefore, being hot-tempered in marriage will affect the spouses and the marriage. Other than that, being emotionally disturbed and under stress at all times is one of the main effects of hot-tempered behavior. In addition to all this, the major disadvantage as well of hot-tempered behavior is the impact that anger or persistent stress can cause on our health. For example, heart problem, headache, muscular pains, and also emotional problems like anxiety, depression may also be seen as this effect of hot-tempered behavior.
From Islamic perspective, Allah endowed every person with a variety of emotions and motives. And then there are the negative traits like hatred and anger. However, Allah have sent the Prophet to teach the humanity, moral and ethics. The Prophet discouraged people against storing anger in their hearts. As Allah is Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, the Prophet have said in one Hadith Qudsi, which we need to remember Allah when we are angry, as it could help us to reduce our anger by doing zikr.
In conclusion, if we want to live as a happy family and under the blessing of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, we must follow the guideline, the divine revelation, which is Al-Quran and As-Sunnah. And last but not least, not only one person should give in and be patient, but the hot-tempered partner also must learn on how to manage their temper. That's all from us. Thank you.